Jabby'n, Bout.
Jabberwocks! Welcome back if you're returning from last week, and if you're new, hello and welcome. This week we're going to discuss the further machinations of the creatures known as Jabberwocks, who they are, what they do, and how they develop. I've tried a few walks over the years based on other creators and mascots, and I'm still trying to flesh them out a little better. So by discussing them here, I hope to get a better handle on how I want Jabberwocks to progress, and I hope you get something out of this too. So strap in, get comfy, and let me give you a cut of my jib. Sorry. The newborn stage. The stage that takes place after a jabber hatches from an egg of pure creativity and takes on a model of a real-world animal, object, or element, depending on what inspired them to come to be. They're adorable and impressionable, allowing you to easily try and play with certain builds you may want to use them for. That's a work in progress at the moment, so allow me to discuss elemental affinities. Each Jabberwock, depending on what model they take on, have two elemental affinities they embody that affects the way they move or fight. This cat, for example, has Electro and Shadow, which gives them something like a static wall crawl for movement and a timed dark shot for breath attack. And the way you build your Jabberwock affects how those moves function. And once you figure out how to grow your Jabber, it's time for the little fella to take on the next step of its life. The adolescent stage is much stronger than the newborn, and seeks to better hone its abilities. It's here in this form they'll spend the majority of their existence where they can augment their power and tweak them to better suit their playstyle, and better grasp how they want their affinities to develop. This is a work in progress as well, and it's not far enough down the pipeline to explain in detail. I guess just think of it as a Chow Garden scenario from the Sonic Adventure games where you can grow Chow with differing specialties to take on races or fights. I just raised one Chow to do everything by farming those fruits that improve all stats because I was a dumbass kid who played Pokemon by using the starter the whole way through. I wasn't very smart. Get off my back! Anyway, what were we? Oh, right. The next stage of Jabberwock growth. Once they've grown enough, they can enter their final stage. The full-fledged stage is a Jabberwock in its A-tier power. This is their plus ultra as they seek to go beyond what they're capable of. Enemies that would have been a challenge are now child's play to these beasts, and the power of unbound flight is now available to them, letting them go places they would otherwise never reach. There are some limits to this form, as they are now much bigger and can't navigate small areas very well. It's like trying to use a spear in an alleyway. Their flight also needs room to take off, so if they happen to hit something trying to get air, it's back to the ground for them. So it's important to note that they can return to their adolescent forms if they need to go places too small for full-fledged. Their adolescent forms are renamed reserved states for these instances. Reserved aren't as strong as full-fledged, but are still much stronger than their previous adolescents. Full-fledged can also be mentor figures, decreasing the time it takes for other Jabbers to grow, and hold some other perks as well. But that's still, let's say it with me now, work in progress. Well, that's all I gotta say on Jabberwocks for the moment, but I'm sure I'll have more, and some addendums as I think this out. I hope you had a good time listening, and maybe thought of something yourself. So thank you for watching, and if you like what you saw, then consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and hitting that bell. Check out some of my other sites too. Your support would mean a lot. So until next time, laters.